Good afternoon. I'm here to talk to you about artificial intelligence, health, and equity, and some of the potentials that we have in this space. So we have large volumes of data being generated every moment of every day. These data are not harmonized or translatable across platforms. You've heard some of that from other people today. They include personal devices, devices that we use for school or work, healthcare platforms. All of you that know the Peanuts cartoons know Pigpen. You are all pigpens when it comes to data. You are little clouds of data walking around, littering our space and littering our cloud servers with data. The volume of that pigpen is too much for individual providers like me to handle. I don't want to know how many steps you took for the past month, every day of the past month. We lack a good way to reduce that data into sensible forms, and we lack ways to display that data. And there is minimal attention to disparities and disequities in access to data and the use of that data. So this is one example I give to you. This is the way things used to be. And have been for many years. You go to your doctor and they talk to you about your history and they ask you about any family history and they say, my patient will say, my father always had high cholesterol, and then the doctor will tell you to, eat better and exercise more, and will rely largely on data from labs and self-report. Now, in the 21st century, despite all of this technology that we have, we still do things the same way. We don't really change what we do. I imagine a future where we will actually take the data that comes from all of these sources and use artificial intelligence and machine learning to drive this data into sensible algorithms that promote a precision medicine approach for each patient. And that we will combine this data in ways and display this data so that your provider can actually make sense of this data in a useful way. So it may look, from drawing from all of these sources, and some of you will recognize these as your Peloton app, your Lose It app, Uber Eats. What are you ordering over the past month? Is it good for your diet or not? We want to know, right? But I don't want you to give me the whole list of orders. I need to see it in a way that is usable and sensible. And the one with the R is actually a dog monitoring app. So if you walk your dog, odds are actually you're healthier. And so these things can be combined. So this is something of what it could look like, where we have meters that would synthesize based on algorithms, whether there's an environmental contribution here or a biological contribution. And then the doctor might, in that say, if you're, doing all the exercise and everything, maybe, it's time to try a statin at that point and help guide this. We have done parallel studies, to test some of these initial things in youth experiencing homelessness. I gave them smartphones and unlimited data plans to gather their data. And we got rich geolocation data from these youth that showed higher depression scores were correlated with less movement and higher trauma scores were correlated with less movement. And so this is just the beginning of where we're going. You are all welcome to join us at CHEMA. Please scan that QR code and it'll take you to a forum where we can get you on our faculty. Thank you.